Hi! Welcome to this part of my review featuring the Heroes and Hardships core rulebook. This is the early access version. If you haven't seen the other parts of my review featuring this Universal RPG system, please check out the playlist in the description below. I'm also going to put links to the website, to the Kickstarter that has just begun. You're also going to find links to the Discord, to the Tetsubo section of the website. Tetsubo is an upcoming setting for Heroes and Hardships. It is inspired by Japan's Sengoku era. You're also going to find links to my reviews of the Quick Start Guide and the Wallace campaign setting based on the life and exploits of William Wallace. So please check it out. Now let's continue. This time we are going to talk about skills and abilities. Two of the most important components of a character are skills and abilities, of course. Skills allow a character to attempt a task, while abilities give a character special enhancements in certain situations. Skills are a combination of trained activities and natural predispositions for proficiency. It is up to the game master and player to decide how the character can become proficient in these areas. Skills are listed with their governing attribute. Skills must always use this attribute when calculating a dice pool unless they obtain an ability that changes the governing attribute to a different attribute than normal. The proficiency in a skill is called a rank, which is represented by a number. So you have different categories of skills, such as strength skills, agility skills, dexterity skills, endurance skills, and so forth. I'm going to show you a few examples of these different skills. We have axes. You are trained in the use of axes. All axes fall under this designation. When throwing an axe, use the thrown skill instead. You also have healing, the ability to treat physical wounds and ailments. This includes the diagnosis of disease and other sicknesses. This skill is the prime method of tending to wounds suffered in combat. Healing does not aid in the treatment of mental wounds. Use the rhetoric skill instead. You also have lore. You have general knowledge based on the setting. This knowledge can be historical, cultural, societal, etc. There is also courage. You overcome fear better than most. This skill allows a character to persevere against intimidation, horror, and the bizarre. And these are just a few examples. There are many more skills. Let's talk about abilities. Abilities are special techniques, training, and aptitudes that any character may possess. Abilities are split into 5 groups that mimic attributes in most cases. There are physical abilities, mental abilities, social abilities, general abilities, and fate abilities. Each ability has an ability point cost. That cost is used in character creation. The ability point cost is multiplied by 5 to determine how many experience points an ability requires to purchase after character creation, that is, advancement. The ability point cost is listed in brackets after the name of the ability. Some abilities have prerequisites. Those abilities cannot be purchased unless the prerequisite is met. Abilities may have special notes that are important to those specific abilities. Abilities with multiple ranks stack unless stated otherwise. Let me give you some examples of these abilities. You have Ace. Choose a size of vehicle. You gain a bonus on all drive skill checks with vehicles of that size. You have Duelist. Whenever you use a weapon with a defensive quality, add a bonus to the defensive quality rank. When attacking someone using a defensive action with a weapon with a defensive quality, lower the defensive quality rank of the defender. You also have Lethal Weapon. You add a bonus to the post-roll modifier of a weapon of your choice. You have Head on a Swivel. When you are outnumbered by multiple engaged attackers, ignore all penalties to defensive actions. There is also Stout. You add a bonus to your wound threshold. You also have Superpowers. The ability Superpowers unlocks 5 skills that may be required to use superpowers that are included in the Superpower magic system. These skills are Essence, Psych, harness, shape, and focus. Superpowers allows the character to purchase any manifestation as a power, and use any purchased power if the user has at least one skill rank in the associated skill. And these are just some of the many abilities included. And this concludes this part of the review. In the next part we are going to talk about ancestries and flaws. So, taking into account the skills and abilities, with the ancestries and flaws, you can create any sort of character imaginable truly. I have said this multiple times as I promote this role-playing game, but truly, your imagination is the only limit when it comes to the characters that you can create. If you want to create robots, mutants, normal humans, beings from the Fey realms, perhaps gnomes, elves, perhaps horrifying creatures. Maybe you want to run a horror role-playing game and you want to play as monsters, you can have an entire group or party of monstrous player characters. So it's all up to you. Thank you for watching this part of the review, and thank you for your likes and your comments. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, the information on how to do that will be in the description below. Once again, thank you, and see you later.